So it looks like the man of change, Barack Obama, is not so different after all than most politicians. He was once the politician of hope, and now he has many of his own supporters confused and wondering what happened. Um, he aligns himself with Jeremiah Wright, who is a hate monger. I'm not even going to say a racist because I don't know that. I assume based on, all of his comments about white people. But I hear that's common in black churches. But I will say, Barack, you align yourself with somebody. I know it was your wife's pastor and it was your wife's church when you moved to Chicago. But, this is a guy that gave Louis Farrakhan a Lifetime Achievement Award. He married you and your wife. He baptized your children. Um, this is a man you really have to question. Talks about GD America and just all the racist stuff that I don't even want to get into, all the hate speech. I really don't want to get into that. That's been posted enough on the internet. But the question is, he talks about, you know, having the right kind of demeanor to be president and the right kind of judgment. Well, what kind of judgment does he have? 20 years being affiliated with this guy, saying that he never knew that he had any of these views. I mean, give me a break. That's like saying, Jesse Jackson never extorted money out of a company. I mean, come on, nobody believes that. And his speech, while it was eloquent, it was like most of his other speeches. There was a lot of hope and calls for change in there, and he skirted around a lot of issues. He made a little bit of sense. He made a couple good points, but he basically said, "You have to understand where my pastor is coming from." America doesn't want to hear that. That's going to be seen as cynical. Barack, you have to know the difference between right and right, I guess you could say. Or there is no difference between right and wrong in this case. Um, you know, you said he's like a family member. He's like an uncle to you. Um, when my family members and I don't agree, or they're way off base, or they say anything racist, I'm very quick to correct them. You have a lot of your supporters who are just waiting to see what happens with this situation. Because I guarantee you, you're definitely going to lose votes from this. It's unfortunate because you were going to probably beat the Clinton machine, and you still might, but you will be harmed in the general election by this. And if I was a super delegate right now, and I'm looking at the best person to beat John McCain, uh, you're not that person anymore. After this situation, you're really not. And then you have to throw your grandmother under the bus. That just wasn't cool, Barack. It really wasn't. I don't know if any of your supporters even appreciated that. Um, I don't think you're a bad person. I just think your views are really twisted. I think your wife is even worse. Um, I just don't think you're capable of being president of the United States if you don't know how to distance yourself from these kind of people. Uh, there's another person now there's talk of another person now that you're affiliated with or you've prayed with that hates America. Um, you start being mentioned in the same sentence as Reverend Jeremiah Wright, Louis Farrakhan, and these guys, and then now Al Sharpton is somebody you talk to 3 times a day, allegedly. Uh, you have problems, Brock. You really do. And if you don't get them fixed right away and come out with a speech and say, you know what, I was wrong. I should have distanced myself from him sooner. Uh, you know, you're going to be in a lot of trouble because that will be exploited over the next couple months. And when you go to Denver, you're going to find out you will not get the nomination. And if it's turned out that you're a racist or a hate monger or people even think that you're that, you will never get to run for president. It's not just this time. It's not just missing the boat this time. It's forever. So you better correct it real quick. The speech you should have right now is, "I'm sorry and I was wrong." If you apologize, the American people are very forgiving. And for those of you Obama supporters who are really mad that people brought this out, um, you know, you really should start to wonder um, why people bring this out. It's not just to win elections. When we're talking about hate speech and racism, These are all things that are intolerable in today's society. Does it go on privately, like Barack said? Yes, it does. But there's no place for it. And when you affiliate yourself with characters uh, who are very, very shady like that, you open yourself up to criticism, and rightfully so. That's what makes this country great. And if Barack is innocent of this and he does not think like these men, then he will distance himself from them and apologize to the American people. And I think that's really all he needs to do, and it will be put behind him. So that's all I have to say. I would really like to hear some responses from some Obama supporters. Thank you, and have a good day.